Welcome to Get Simplified channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get new content whenever, and then also press the notification so that whenever I post new content, you will see them. Right. The new terminologies. At least 2 or 3 of these new terminologies are always asked in every single paper. So now let's go to the new terminology according to our examination guide. Now, the first one is multi-touch screen. It's a feature of a screen that allows you to register more than one point of contact being touched, or you can say more than one point of contact being touched simultaneously at the same time. And we use the multi-touch screen. Let's say if you want to zoom in or zoom out a picture or something on your screen. And then also HDMI, which is high definition multimedia interface, is a device or it's a port that ensures that you get both video and then audio signal. So HDMI gives both audio and video signal. Unlike VGA, that does not give audio signal. It only gives the video signal. Right. So HDMI combines both audio and video. Right. Then the 3D printer is a printer that creates 3-dimensional objects by adding them on top of each other. That's the simple definition. It creates a 3D object by adding them. So these are the keywords you need to, which has been underlined when you are defining it. So 3D objects can be used, including small buildings and others, to make these models. Then the standard for wireless communication, like the 5Gs, the generation, the 4Gs, and then the 6G. You must also know them mainly for the cellular devices. And then 802.11abgn, which refers to Wi-Fi connectivity standard. You don't need to know the speed of each of these protocols. They are not going to be asked. But then the definition you need to know, that's wireless or Wi-Fi connectivity standard. And then the NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication, which allows smartphones to be connected wirelessly by touching them or bringing them closer together. So it works like Bluetooth for transferring files, and you can see NFC in various sectors. They have tap to go or tap to pay. Tap to pay is also using NFC. And then also those of you who use your devices to tap and also pay, not only the card, the devices to also pay, they use NFC technology. And you can see that they have to bring it closer to that device before it works. If you are far, it will not work. So take note of the definition. Then the video communication, those are the platforms or software that allows one to be communicated visually or to communicate with one another through videos. An example is Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, Skype, and others. Or you can even, these days we have WhatsApp calling also, WhatsApp video calling is also one of them. Right, but then if you write only WhatsApp, that is wrong. It should be WhatsApp video calling. So you must take note. And then the next terminology is URL shortener. It's a tool that converts a long URL into a shorter version, which is easier to remember or type out. So that's the advantage. You must know the advantage of using URL shortener. But sometimes they can give you the website. What are the advantages of having a website like this one? Then you know it's URL shortener. Take note. And then IoT, like I talked about it, trend whereby devices are connected to internet. So various devices connected to internet, that is IoT. Then autonomous vehicle, like self-driving cars. That's the definition. It doesn't need, or it needs a minimum operation. It goes on its own. Right. Then the drone technology. Drone, we call them flying robots. Or you can say a robot that can be controlled remotely or fly autonomously, right? So the drones can be used also in the following areas. You should know the application of drones in agri sector, in photography, game ranging, parcel delivery, and the rest. Even in health sector, they use it to transport or to take blood and other from one hospital to another. They use all these. Then wearable devices. They are devices that are worn as accessories or part of our clothing. So example, the smartwatches, the fitness, the health trackers, the smart glasses, and the rest. So these are what we call the wearable devices. The keyword, they are worn as accessories. Shaping or network tuning, I talk about it, giving preferences. And then throttling or network policing, we also talk about it, whereby ISP slows down your internet connection. Also geotagging, whereby geographical positions are taken or geographical positions are added as metadata. Like, for instance, the place where you took the picture, the latitude, and then the longitude, and other information. Clickjacking, hidden link, we talk about it. Ransomware, also malware, blocking access to your files. Screen lock pattern. It's the pattern we use, we draw in order to unlock our devices. Authentication, normally we call it two-factor authentication, which includes captcha, one-time PIN, or password, approve it, which are always used in such a way that if somebody is going to your account, you receive the message. It's also important with that. Then crowdfunding is whereby somebody's idea is funded by multiple donations online. So the key word is ideas or businesses funded. Funded must also be underlined by multiple donations, and it should be done online. Right. So another example is Kickstarter. So whereby people donate to one another so that you can use that money to achieve your idea or your goals. And remember, it's donation. So donation, you don't expect to be paid. So take note. Then BYOD, bring your own device, where employees or learners or students bring their own device and use. Not just bringing them, you bring it and you get access to the internet instead of using the school's own. So you bring and use your own portable devices, and then you connect it to internet. Those are the key words. Now the big data, BYOD also has some challenges. Now when they bring their own device, even though it's good, but when they bring their own device, they can steal the company's items and others, virus and others. You must know advantages and disadvantages. All these terminologies here, you must know the definition and their advantages and disadvantages. Big data, the definition is structured and unstructured data sets that are analyzed to reveal trends. So structured, unstructured data analyzed to reveal trends. In big companies, they use big data so that they can analyze this big data set, and then they can now come out with conclusions and then the trends. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, we call them virtual or digital currency, which can be exchanged for other currencies, and criminals mostly use it to pay ransomware. So you must know their challenges, their disadvantages. And these cryptocurrencies are not being controlled by central government or the central bank. E-learning, creation of learning environment whereby individual computers take part. People use their computer to take part in teaching and learning. So e-learning, which is electronic learning, using your computer to take part in teaching and learning, like online learning. joining lessons online and others. They are all part of e-learning. But mobile learning is the difference between mobile learning is you are using mobile devices to learn. Like for instance, you can download, use tablet, you have your recorded videos there, and then you can download them also on your computers. You can use online books. So that is mobile learning. It's different from e-learning. So you must take note of that. Then the VR and then AR. When we talk about the VR, virtual reality, you must know the simple definition. Here, the important ones is creation of 3D simulations. As if the person is in a physical world or way. So 3D simulation, these are the important ones. 3D simulations as if you're in a physical way or the real world. And then we use certain devices like helmets and then the gloves so that you'll be able to achieve the VR experiences. But the AR, it takes the physical world and add, hence the name, augmented. So here, the physical world and add objects such as graphics within the real world. So it takes physical world and then it will add certain objects like pictures and others within the world. That's what we call the V or the AR. The VR is the simulation of 3D. Here is taking the physical world and adding certain objects to it. So take note and their advantage. AI, simulation of human intelligence in machines that can mimic their actions. So simulation of human intelligence in a machine is what we call AI. And these days we have so many AI. You can even see some AI that are using as a chatbot to solve a lot of work for us. And then I heard there's even some AI that will work like a robot that will be working. People can buy and then they will come and take care of your kids at home, clean for you, wash for you, and do all sorts of things. Right. So we are going to that side these days because of the 5IRs. And then the 4IR, which it comprises. So when you're defining it, the likes of IoT, all these technologies, IoTs, AR, VR, genetic engineering, quantum computing, and other technology, robotics, they are the ones that form part of the 4IR. So you can be given a question to list examples of 4IR. They are the 3D printing, the IoTs, and others. But then the 5IR goes along with the 4IR, and then they take that advantage of that 4IR and add new things into it, which focus back on human and then human endeavors. That is what 5IR is. So they take the 4IR and then takes back on humans as well. Now, the blockchain, the definition of blockchain, sequence of blocks or group of transactions that are chained together and distributed among users. So that the first keyword is group of blocks or sequence of blocks or transactions that are chained or put together and distributed among users. So that's a simple definition of blockchain. So all these, please, learners, you must know these definitions and their advantages and disadvantages as well. Right. Thank you. So I wish you all the best on Tuesday for your examination. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.